In fact, like you rightly said, probably the responsibility of forums like World Economic Forum increases in a scenario like this, where geoeconomics and geopolitics are getting mixed on daily basis. In such a backdrop, how do companies, the corporate leaders, and even I would say the government leaders, ideally, how should they align to resolve the issues? Because right now, it seems to be that, a lot of people are believing in a way of life where it's my way or highway.
No, you're right that we are seeing major shifts in the world economy. And one thing that has become quite prominent is that there's just more government in the economy. If we look at just how much industrial policy now there is in economies, obviously there are also measures around trade where we see, of course, tariffs now being deployed as a tool, which is something that if we look again in recent history, some of these concepts and policy tools were not used or were used not as much. So things are really changing, and we do have record participation. You could argue that it is true that at a time of uncertainty, the need to engage with your peers, if you're a CEO, with your peers, just how they navigate this uncertainty and also opportunity, but also with the policymakers. The quick pace of that dialogue is important. Some people would say that the playbooks that CEOs had over the past 2 decades are no longer fit for purpose. And so a lot of those new playbooks and new knowledge is being created through dialogue. And so I think there is this function that I think we try to be helpful with. Now, companies, we have, as I said, about 1,700 business leaders overall. You see a shift. So when we see what is of interest to them, how they engage in Davos, but also elsewhere through our work, you see that geopolitical matters are of more importance. You also see companies equipping themselves with teams and with the right knowledge to be able to navigate this landscape. But I would also say that it is not only the geopolitical picture that's top of mind. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there is the other transformative force, which is that we are living through quite an unprecedented period of innovation that is then deployed across industry and society. So those would be the two forces that are for sure top of mind for business leaders, at least as we can see.